guys, what is going on? Blossom's back, and welcome back to another episode of Town Drives. And my, oh my, do I have a story for you to tell today. Oh my goodness, I have just gone through an incredible roller coaster of emotions, and I absolutely hate it, but love it at the same time. It's just something about top drives where, you know, they kind of just mess with you and slap you around, and then they just leave you in the dirt, and you're just like, that's basically what the last couple of hours has been. But before we get into today's little story time, just want to give a little shout out to my little daily diecast over here. Right now I'm showcasing my Liberty Walk, brand new. This is my own, by the way. This is my own submission. I acquired this yesterday. It was indeed the Liberty Walk R34. I won it on an auction about a week ago, but it only arrived yesterday. Ripped it open. So happy. One of my favorite castings, honestly. And I found it for a good price because that Liberty Walk R34 resales for like an arm and a leg when it comes to like in relative terms to Hot Wheel prices. And the fact that I won one on auction, I won it on auction for a super reasonable price. I think it was like less than 20 bucks for the twin pack too. So I got this as well as the other Skyline silhouette. So it was a twin pack of the Skyline. So 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks for both of them. And then we also had the Ford Sierra Cosworth. So that's my personal collection. And as you guys know, I always change the two cars sitting on my desktop daily. But anyway, let's move that aside because guys, oh my goodness, the past couple of hours, the past couple of days, weeks even, this spans beyond the past couple of hours, has been one hell of a roller coaster, honestly. Okay, so it all begins with my bad luck. I've not had good luck this year with top drives. I've pulled about 5 legendaries from a pack this year. It's April, guys. I just want to let you know, like last year I pulled like almost 60 legendaries, okay? So yeah, this year has not been a very lucky year, and I think a lot of people might be really happy to see that because I've been very lucky for a very long time. I will admit that. My last real legendary drought was, I mean, it was longer than this, but I can show you my Cadillac because this was the car that ended my legendary drought. I got this like, I think it was like either May, June, or July, like end of spring, start of summer 2019, I think it was. Yeah, 2,139 days ago. And before this legendary, I had a 6-month drought. I'm not sure if you remember this. I'm not sure if you're a super old OG to the channel, but I'm sure some of you guys might remember this. I had a super long drought where I couldn't pull a legendary for 6 months. And honestly, I would say that this period from like December 2023 till now has been the second worst period in terms of pulling legendaries since the Cadillac. Now, this was 6 months of no legends, right? Like I won some, but I never pulled any from a pack. This time, it's been 4 months and I pulled 5 legends. But like in relative terms to the previous like 4 years, this has been a very bad year in terms of luck. I mean, if you guys have seen my videos on the channel recently, I've opened more than 30 carbon fibers. I pulled 0 legends, pulled 1 epic from 30 carbon fibers. 1 epic from 30 carbon fibers. So yeah, I just want to lay down the law for you real quick, right? My luck this year has not been very good. And I'm not trying to complain or anything like that. I'm just trying to paint the picture. And at the start of Asia Pacific Revival, the brand new update, I already, oh damn it, I didn't mean to click that button. I'm sorry guys, you know, I've been playing the game for 7 years and I still don't know what to click. 8 years going on at this point. Asia Pacific Revival, all cars, okay? When this update first dropped, I already knew that the Hyundai Ioniq 5s were going to be damn useful. Like, I knew that they were going to be so useful. And it's clear as day because this car has won you the 2 prize cars already, the KTM and the Chevy, right? I knew that these two were going to be freaking like just influential. Like I knew that they were just going to own the scene. And when the update first dropped, you saw I recorded a 1 mil opening when I was in Osaka in Japan, and I opened like the big deal, right? Like the 5-time carbon fiber for the for the new update and stuff. And I didn't get anything besides the buddy. Right? So the buddy was all we got, and I ended up maxing the buddy because I was like, woo, yippee! And that was all that there was there. And then the first final came around, which was for the KTM, right? The KTM Expo. Actually, let me double check because I forget what the requirements were for the KTM Expo, but I know that the Hyundai Ioniq was useful then. Yes, so it was the KTM Expo, came out March 23rd. It was Hyundai and Peugeot 2014 to 2024. So it was sitting nice and pretty, like you could get the Hyundai Ioniq 5s from the packs. I opened a couple of those packs, I didn't get anything. As you can see, I won the prize cards with cards that I had before. None of these cards were actually new. The Peugeot L500R, for example, was a card that's been in the game for quite some time now. The Hyundai i20 WRC has been in the game for quite some time. Inception, Envision, etc, etc. The Peugeot 208, I had a whole shebang about that car, how I've had it for like 1,400 days, and I never used it until this final, right? So I had those cars sitting for a while. I already knew with the moment the update dropped that this was going to be very useful. So I didn't get it from the new update packs, right? So that's strike one. I didn't get it from the KTM final, strike two. And I didn't get it for the Chevy final, right? I opened a lot of packs too, opened the titanium, and I opened a lot of those platinum packs off camera. I wanted to save gold for, you know, just like the next tri-series or, you know, future investments and stuff like that. I wanted to save gold. I had some gold saved up, spent all on platinum packs, and I wasn't very proud to show that I was spending that gold because I saved that. So I didn't record it. I just opened the platinums and I just hoped that, you know, I was gonna get lucky. And dude, I was so freaking unlucky with the platinum packs. I mean, let me paint the picture one more time. Remember, the final was 2-time APGP, 2 times APR, and then 1-time JPT. It was 1-time JPT. There were so many Japan Pro Tour cars you could get, but you could only use 1 Japan Pro Tour car for the final. That was the most annoying thing. And on top of that, so let me go into Japan Pro Tour, right? From all the platinums that I opened, including the titanium, there were a lot of them where I just got double ultra, double ultra, double ultra. But when I got epics, they were always from JPT. So I got this from the titanium. You saw that was recorded, right? And I also got this from the titanium, I believe. So that's 2 JPT cars, which again, completely useless. You can say Blossom, you're lucky. You pulled an epic. You pulled 2 epics from a titanium. Yeah, but guys, I have the Impreza cars were fully upgraded. You can only use 1 JPT car. So essentially pulling this again was completely useless because I already had 1 max. Pulling this one was completely useless as well. And then I opened the freaking platinum and I got the Impreza WRX hatch. Freaking this again. I pulled it twice. I fused 1 away. And like, yeah, it was just really annoying. And here you go, you can see it like it's just like 1 day old. And I was like, are you serious? Are you actually serious? Every epic I've pulled is for the requirement that still doesn't help with anything. And then I just kept opening packs. And then finally, I got myself the Honda Civic. So that was like the only thing I had. I got myself a Honda Civic Type R. I have 2. One was, oh my god, I am so glad that I won Tier 1 in the prelims. Because when I won Tier 1 in the prelims, this was one of the prize cards that you could have gotten. Oh yeah, not to mention that, you know, I had the tune-up pack to open. I had all of the prelim packs. Okay, I did not join the qualifiers. That's on me. But like, I had the prelim pack, I had the tune-up pack, and those didn't give me anything either. And yeah, so I won this from the prelim Tier 1. Then I got this from another platinum, and that was the only thing I had. So as you can see, I maxed both of them. I just went all in. I wanted the prize car, but I didn't have a lot to work with. And let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. That final was the most intense final I've ever had. Okay, so think about it this way. I feel like when I'm at the stage of top drives, I tend to take prize cars for granted, and honestly, like, I think a lot of us that may have won a lot of prize cars already over the years, we tend to take prize cars for granted. Like the KTM Expo, for example, I already knew I was gonna win it. I was, you know, pretty safe. I think I ended Tier 1 or some shit like that. Yeah, I was just chilling, honestly. I knew that I was gonna win it like way before. There was no anxiety. I got the pack. I opened the pack. I got the car, and I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. You know, it's been stock. I've not used it once at all, you know, 0 races, win ratio 0%. You know, that was in the bag. There are many prize cards that I have won where it's just like, yeah, you know, okay, I want it. Oh, okay, I want it. You know, and this thing probably doesn't have any race. It's 112 days, and I've not used it once. Truly the most useless prize card of the last 365 days. I don't want to say of the last year, but of the last 365 days, for sure the most useless one. So I didn't take prize cards for granted. And this time, my goodness, like I was so unlucky with the packs. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get eaten alive in any bracket I joined. And I tried to late join, so I joined with like 6 hours to go. I don't think that was the best option because I saw a lot of old, you know, NA whales there. I mean, freaking cruising top drives in my bracket. Who would have thought that 8 years down the line, cruising top drives, the guy that joins at the first minute of every freaking event, was gonna late join a final? And not only Cruisin' was there were a lot of big names, and I'm talking like OG names that I've seen since I started playing top drives, like Bob, Priscilla, you know, I'm not gonna say their last names, but like I know I can say their first names, so like just all of them was just like, you know, all enjoying. I was like, okay, all right, yeah, I'm kind of screwed, and my hand was bad. Let me show you my hand, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell that I'm just so stressed right now. I'm trying to pace everything in my head. We haven't even gone to the climax yet. So I'll just go into like, where can I show you my hand? Can I go to like day reward and like just put something together? No, I can't. Where can I just build a hand? Auditors exchange maybe? Can I just open match? Fantastic. Okay, cool. So let me show you what I use for the final, okay? I won the prize car. I'm gonna lay it down for you right now. I won the prize car, okay? But let me shock you. So I had a Hyundai, fully upgraded, i20. I maxed this from the previous final for the KTM, and I always thought that that was going to be a useful investment, and it was this time. And then I got myself a Mazda as well. So I had a Mazda 3 TCR. So those were the two APGP cars I was using. And then in terms of the JPT car, it was the Subaru. So this was the best car that you could have used. I think this was like the only key car I had. I guess you can say that the i20 was somewhat key, but the newer cars were better. And then obviously, as you guys saw, I was running double Civics. How the hell did I win the prize car of double Civics? Dude, honestly, I just went all out. I just fully committed. I knew that I didn't have much of a shot, and I had to spend 45 epics because I had to max 3 epics, right? I maxed my Cosworth, and I maxed 2 of these. And at the same time, this was a very expensive weekend. These were not the only 3 epics, because I also wanted to get the Audi from Hugo's collection. So I also maxed out the Audi S8, and I almost maxed out the BMW, the M550i. I could finish all the levels with just leaving 1 upgrade, so I just left it at, you know, 669. And yeah, think about it, guys. That's 72 ultra rares, 72 ultra rares on that BMW, that Audi, and these 3 epics that you see here. It was an expensive weekend, okay? But I told myself, you know what? I've committed. I'm just gonna full send it. I know I don't have a good hand. I'm in a hard bracket, but I'm just gonna full send it. And this is where I really think that, you know, the 8 years of experience in top drives really paid off, because I just fought and fought and fought. Like, there were ways to win. Like, even though this hand isn't the strongest thing in the world, there were ways to win. I could have exploited people that were using the Ultra Honda Civic, but usually most people that had the Ultra Honda Civic had like better legends to, you know, balance things out. And I was just like really wise with where I would use my Subaru, when I would use my Hyundai, where I would use the Mazda 3. The Mazda 3 in the end was like, I either used it on indoor karting, G-Force, or 1 mile. That was it. That was all. That was what I told myself. I had like an hour. I just played nonstop. I was like, okay, Mazda 3, G-Force, 1 mile, and karting. That's it. G-Force 1 mile karting, and do not put it on a G-Force rolling, because it will lose to the other Hyundai, right? And I will put this thing on twisty circuit, city street medium, city street medium, city street medium. This was fast circuit wet, slalom wet. Like, I had it all imprinted in my mind at this point. And these 2 cars were filler. Well, you know, wherever these 3 cars went, these 3 cars would just fit in the other place. The 2 Civics would fit in other places. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna full send it. I know that I don't have the best hand. I'm just gonna full send it. I'm just gonna fight and fight. And let me tell you this, guys. I fought hard, fought all the way. It wasn't enough. I'll be completely honest with you. It wasn't enough. And like, that's why I said that this is the most stressful final ever. I ended 13th. I'm not joking. I ended 13th, and I was like, I was so dejected, because I was like, I actually wanted this prize car, and I just fully committed. I just told myself, I'm just gonna fully commit, because there are a couple of tri-series where, like, if I just fully committed, I would have won the prize car. For example, I'll show you this one. Peugeot 307 WRC. I didn't win this, and the reason why I didn't win this, look at this hand, right? So I had a Max C8R, had a Max Stingray, 2 Max TZ3 Stradales. That's CTSV. So CTSV, okay? So that CTSV, had I just, you know, bit the bullet and just upgraded that car, I would have won the prize car. If I just like 2-starred it, not a slight upgrade, but if I like 2-starred it, if I just decided to spend a little bit in the epics, put it in there, I would have won the prize car. But I kind of told myself, you know what, this prize car was kind of trash. I didn't like it, and it was like one of a million off-road prize cars in top drives with 88 handling. I was like, I don't really need it. So then I told myself, you know what, I don't want to invest anything at all. So in the end, I made a decision. I didn't invest in the car, and I wanted this result. So my investment was 0. I spent 0 epics, and I spent 0 ultra rares on this final. But obviously the caveat to that was that I didn't win the prize car, and I knew deep down that if I actually just spent like 9 epics, upgraded the CTS, I would have made it to like 12th or 11th or 10th, right? So this time I told myself, I really want this prize car. I want the Daytona. I'm just gonna full send. I don't have much to work with, but I'm just gonna fight. So I just upgraded the cars and I just played a crap ton. And I ended 13th. I ended 13th. And I was so sad. So you might be thinking, bro, how the hell did you get the Daytona prototype? You ended 13th. My boy. My guy. Look, I actually DM'd the guy asking him if I could, like, you know, show his name, but he never replied, so I'm gonna blur out his name. But basically this was him talking like the TDO server. He was like, feels bad, not enough races. The dude in my bracket was second place. He didn't get enough races done. He didn't do 30 races. So because I was 13th, because I kept fighting, because if I didn't fight, if I just gave up, if I was just like, oh my god, like my hand actually sucks, I don't have a chance, I'm just gonna stop playing, I would have just dropped to 15th, to 16th, to 17th, and I would have never had that extra chance. But now, because of the participation points, and I guess some people just can't count, I actually have a chance. I ended 13th, which is the position that most people never want to end. But I fought, and I didn't make it to the top 12. But since one guy didn't do all his races, I got the Daytona prototype. I was so shocked because when I was so sad. I was like, okay, I want to take a shower. I knew I was 13. I went to take a shower. Took my phone out. Then took out events. And then I saw plus 500. And I was like, what? And I thought it was entirely possible that someone lost to my hand and I went up because everything was very, very close. I was in like the last 10 minutes, I was hovering between 10, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it was really just going down to what track set you got. If I got that one track set with the half mile, I was completely screwed. But if I got the track set of the wet slalom, or if I got the track set of the 1 mile, or the 0 to 100, so I had a 75% chance of getting a good track set, I would have been fine. So for the most part, I was treading water pretty well. But the last tracks that I got before the event ran out was the half mile, so I was screwed that way. So because that last event was a half mile, I couldn't race for the last 30 seconds because I knew that no matter what, I was gonna lose. So I just waited. That's all. And yeah, I just thought that maybe someone lost to me last minute. You know, I thought I went up. So I thought I won the prize car. So I was really, really happy. But then like people started pinging me in the server saying that, oh my god, this guy just basically gave you the prize car because he didn't do enough races. And then I looked up the chat. I don't know this guy, by the way, but apparently he didn't do enough races. And yeah, he didn't even know who I was. Because my luck has been terrible since the beginning of the update, and I worked so freaking hard for it. But look, I'm not trying to put this guy on blast for not doing enough races. So I'm gonna end off with like a wholesome note, okay? To that guy that didn't do enough races for the Corvette, first of all, this will go into good hands, because I'm gonna upgrade it. And if you want, feel free to DM me. I'll name it after you. I'll name it whatever you want me to name it, okay? But on top of that, this is why I have the spreadsheet out, because, dude, I've been in this boat before. I have never talked about this in public. I've talked about this privately with some of the guys in my Top Drive server, but I've never said this in public. I've never said this on YouTube. But guys, this has happened to me before too. There was a final where I actually ended in the prize car tier 2, but because I didn't do enough races, I didn't win the prize car. So to that guy that didn't do enough races for the Daytona, you're not alone, man, because I've been there. We're gonna go back. As you can see, I have an entire diary of all these cars that we used to have. This one right here, the Hyundai Veloster rally car. I didn't win this, and I ended 7th. I had a fully upgraded Fiji, I had a fully upgraded M2, fully upgraded M4, I had a Mercedes AMG GT4, which not a lot of people had this car, so that was a bit of an X factor for me, and I had the 420i. I did not do enough races. As simple as that. I had 25 races. I did 25 races out of 30. I ended tier 2, 7th place, and I got a tier 3 prize car. Or it might have even been a tier 4 prize car. But, you know, I'm just saying that the mistakes do happen. It has happened to me before, and, you know, you're not alone. Like, I've made that mistake before. I did not count how many races I was doing. I just saw that, you know, I was in the right tier. I was in the right place. The time was running out, and I didn't want to race too much because that would cause everyone to panic, and it will get the leaderboard very volatile. You know, if one person just beats one person in a bracket, you know, everything can just go crazy. I mean, if you've done a tri-series, if you've done many tri-series, you know that these kind of things can happen. So you try and keep things as cool as possible. And that's what I was trying to do for this final. I was like, not a lot of people around me were racing. I'm in a good spot. No one has hit me, so I don't need to climb. And I'm not dropping either. So I'm just like, okay, I'm in a good spot. I'm not gonna race. And then I forgot that I didn't even do enough races. So it happens. It happens. But anyway, guys, there you go, man. Chevrolet Corvette Daytona prototype. We got it. Some people might be mad in the way that I got it. I'm just saying that I got lucky. And it's about time that I got a little lucky because I've been really unlucky. You know, I've not pulled anything from packs. I've 30 plus carbon fibers, no legend, one epic, and yeah, and that was before I opened all the platinums and the titanium. So when I opened the titanium, yeah, I got 2 epics, but the 30 carbons was before that, if you remember, from the Fool Me Once series and the 6 carbon fibers and all that kind of stuff. But oh man, what a frick! I don't want to ever freaking experience anything like that ever again. Oh my goodness, it's just that this was an American prize car, so it meant more to me. If it wasn't an American prize car, if it wasn't a Chevrolet, if it wasn't the best Chevrolet that you could have won, I wouldn't really have cared. Like, I wish they would have just swapped it, like Chevy last week, KTM this week, because then I wouldn't be that stressed. And yeah, but dude, honestly, an advice I can give to you watching right now, if you've watched this long, because this is just a story time with me yapping, is that you gotta fight. Just fight and commit, no matter what. Even when it feels like the odds are against you, you just commit. Because I was looking at the TDO chat, and the guy that was in 14th place that finished below me, I'll be honest, he had a better hand than I did, but he didn't upgrade all his cars. And he even said it himself in the chat. It was like, if I just had tuned my stuff, I would have taken that 13th place, and he would have taken the prize car in that situation. But he didn't. And I committed. I just fought harder. I committed more, and even though I had a bad hand, I kind of just went with the punches, you know? I'll just fight to the end. And honestly, sometimes that's all that's all that you need. You just need that mentality, okay? To just fight. No matter what, just fight. And yeah, I mean, this is something that I install in my life. This is something that I install in Top Drive. This is a principle. No matter what, you just push on and hope for the best. And just do your best to your own ability, man. Like, that's just, oh my goodness, this final was crazy. I've not had a final this crazy in so long. I mean, I'm thinking of things like the 36-hour Bugatti Chiron Sport grind, or even like the Hennessy final. Oh man. Oh, I am so glad I won this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because it's not been a good week for me, honestly. And if I didn't win that would just be icing on the cake in terms of just bad vibes. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today, man. I wish you guys less stressful times. It was a good ending in this circumstance, but it isn't always that way. I've had my fair share of actual 13 places as well. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. You know what? Before I end off, you know, just to make it even more relatable, I'll show it to you because this car still freaking stings me till this day. It's never came back. XJR9. It wasn't a 13th place. This was an 11th place. This was when prize car went out to the top 10. Oh, man. All right, never again, man. Never again. I hope you guys are great. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow down.